Where were you guys when you had heard that the Japanese were going to surrender and that you knew that the war was over?
Well, I'll tell you, I did a lot of singing in my company battalion, and I put shows on, you know. I'd go around. My skipper would say, Graves, it's time for a program, entertainment. And I said, well, he said, just volunteer them. Tell them I said they're going to have to perform. So I went around, heard some guy did a tap, you know. We had a pretty good show. They hesitated, but I says, the old man says you got to do it, so they had to do it. We put on a show. Now, they hadn't surrendered yet. Germany had already surrendered. And we put this show on, and it was around 9 o'clock at night outside in the tent, and we had a wooden stage. And they all did their stuff, and I was going to close it by singing a song, and I'm singing. Then all of a sudden, in the audience come 3 photographers with their cameras. And we said, and I looked like that, Bob Crosby, Bing Crosby's brother. He was our recreation officer. And he was next to me, and I said, fellas, what are you doing? And the boys jumped up and said, get out of here. You broke our show up. Get out of here. No, wait. The war is over. And they froze. Get out of here. We would never believe that thing would ever end. No, it's over. Harry Truman was notified. They woke him up this morning. Everything's set. They have surrendered unconditionally. And all of a sudden, hats went up. We went crazy. And Bob Crosby said, give me your attention, fellas.
How could you tell the difference? How could you tell the difference?
Well, Bob Crosby said, fellas, go to your tents. We all walked, and we're going down the company streets, several. Not one word. Not one word was spoken. We got in our tents, got in our bunks, and all you could hear was sniffing. Too proud to share. It was great. It was wonderful, and that was wonderful to experience a peace treaty. The war was over. Absolutely. Yep.
Beautiful. What about you, Al? When did you hear the news?
You weren't over the hill, were you?
No.
Okay.
Gotta love you guys together.
I was chasing the Guam Indians. Let's see. Well, the CO put it on the speaker system, so it was the whole camp's heard it. And I can't remember the date or anything, but incidentally, the CO of the receiving station, he was a woolly booger guy. He kept throwing beer parties out on the beach.
Sounds like our people.
Maybe.
When did you guys hear how the war ended? Did you guys hear that there was nuclear weapons involved? No.
We heard nothing about that. Only that they finally had enough. They had to surrender.
They came from
They were just
Guam
about
and
wiped out.
Tinian.
They had no navy. I went into Ryuka, Sasebo Harbor, and it's a submarine base. And usually you see the submarines turned upside down. And what ships were there were sticking up with a bow out. I mean, our Air Force just pounded that place to attack. We went in and slept in warehouses. Rats all over. We had our blankets over us, and all of a sudden, what the heck was that? Rats. Oh, they were all over the warehouse. Well, we were supposed to hold that area. Later, we went off into towns because we had to clean up. We didn't do it. We supervised the people to do it. We never saw a human being in Japan for 2 weeks.
Holy shit.
Never saw them.
Yeah.
All right.
Then all of a sudden, kids would come down. We give them a candy ration bar, candy. They'd go back, then Mama would come down. Then she'd get some canned goods, you know. They didn't have anything. And the old man came down. He was a little bit superstitious about it, but all of a sudden, they went and told everybody that people are all coming down, and that was it.
This is during a time frame when, so the Japanese were told the American soldiers will kill you. They're going to do
Cannibals.
We're going to
kill
everything.
terrible things.
Yeah.
Just and that's what their military told and their country told the civilians. That's why a lot committed seppuku or in order to, instead of getting captured, surrendered. So that's why when you, like the kids coming down, give candy, then it's just like, holy shit, they're not eating us. They're not terrible humans.
I got into homes. I had a great time. There was one man there. He was going to start a union at the docks. They never had unions, you know. And he was telling me, he said, I have to tell you that your president, Mr. Roosevelt, he was supporting the unions, and people got a decent wage. We are trying to do that here.
That's crazy.
I have a question about the rats.
The what?
The rats. So you
The rats, yes.
You're a Marine. Did the Marines ever
I
take
hate them.
Okay, you were a Marine. You are a Marine. Did you ever take the two biggest rats and fight them against each other? That's something that Marines would do. You're okay. You hear me out.
He hasn't said no.
We never thought about it. I knew a couple of guys who would do it. He collected rattlesnakes.
I knew a Marine would take the rats and fight them against each other.
I got an idea, guys.
All right. There's a big rat here. There's a big rat here. What if they fall? We're all bored. I'm just saying.
In Los Angeles, you were in California, weren't you? Were you in California? Yeah. The LA hotel. Well, we took that hotel over during the war.
I was too
And there was a
young.
court. You know, there's rooms and there's that hollow court. And we had a few guys that brought the simulator bombs. You know, they just have a loud boom. You know, and when that echo, boom, 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 and Lewinthal, the fellow, he caught rattlesnakes, killed them, then he'd skin them, and he'd make belts. The guy was really good. His mother managed the LA hotel.
No doubt.
I went back there after the war, and I wanted to visit her. He had moved. And she said, Graves, you guys just about put me out of business. He said, all we had was reports about noises and doors with a fist imprint through it. It was terrible. Oh, it was awful.
That's called booze and Marines.
Al, you said they told you about nuclear bombs when the Japanese surrendered.
Yes.
What'd they say, or what was your guys' understanding of what a nuclear bomb was? Did you even know what it was?
Well, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Because I was a electronics fan. And that's what I took out after I got out of the service. Went to school for electronics. So, yeah, I didn't know entirely about it, but I knew that
You had an idea.
you had an idea what it was. And that's what scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah. Well, what it did to Japan, man, it killed thousands and thousands of people.
Instant
Yep.
in a flash.
And
But
this is scaring the hell out of me right now.
Yeah, our government figured out how to harness the sun.
Yeah, right. There you go.
concerning.
There you go. Yeah.
but to end the war though, because like even the Battle of Iwo Jima was a very bloody battle, and that's what the one piece of history is. It would have been more deaths actually getting on mainland than just the 2 nuclear bombs that were set off during that time.
And that's the piece of history that we brought up on a previous podcast, is that every Purple Heart that the U.S. military has ever given out to current day, including yours that you got, was actually made in preparation for.
I'm bad at my job.
It was made in preparation for an invasion of Japan because they were expecting that many casualties.
Yeah,
Which
they
is
were
wild to think
getting
about.
ready for it.
Crazy.